You don't deserve that badge. General Harris's voice cracked like a whip across the shooting range. Every head turned, and for a moment, the world seemed to hold its breath. Private First Class Elena Torres froze, her finger poised on the trigger. She had heard doubt before, sneers and sideways glances from men who assumed her skill would never match theirs. But she had never felt the weight of outright contempt from a general, until today. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The sun burned down relentlessly, bouncing off the polished barrels of rifles and the sand-streaked range markers. Dust swirled around boots and bounced off helmets as Elena steadied her rifle. Her pulse hammered like war drums in her chest. She could feel every eye on her, not just the generals, but the murmurs of soldiers and cadets lining the observation deck above. General Harris stormed closer, his eyes narrow slits of judgment. I've seen rookies with more spine than you, Torres. Step aside before someone gets hurt. Elena's jaw tightened. Inside, she wrestled with an old familiar doubt. Do I belong here? Am I enough? She had trained for years in silence, shouldering nights of practice, waking before dawn, pushing past pain no one else saw. And now, the man with decades of authority was questioning everything she had fought to earn. She lifted her rifle again, her hands steady despite the fire burning in her veins. Her first shot cracked through the air, a clean hit dead center on the distant target. A second, then a third, faster, sharper, each bullet whispering her story, proof of skill forged through relentless perseverance. The general's frown deepened. He didn't flinch. Lucky shots, one of them could have missed. Elena swallowed, the taste of determination bitter on her tongue. I won't let him define me. She moved to the next target, a figure 8 meters away, designed to test precision under pressure. Sweat beaded along her temples as the wind carried the echo of distant commands and murmured bets from cadets. Click, click. 11 shots, 11 perfect hits. She counted silently, her eyes never leaving the targets, her breath slow and controlled, her heart a drumbeat in her ears. The crowd had gone quiet. Soldiers shifted uncomfortably, whispers halting mid-word. Even the range instructor, known for stoic silence, could not hide a flicker of surprise. The general's expression changed, not slowly, not grudgingly, but sharply, like lightning splitting the sky. His voice dropped an octave, heavy with disbelief. 11 you, that's... He cleared his throat. That's extraordinary. Elena finally allowed herself a small grim smile. Not pride, just relief. She had survived judgment. She had proven her worth without needing permission. For a long, tense moment, the sun shone down on her, and the general, silence between them louder than any roar. Then he nodded once, sharply, almost imperceptibly. Torres, you've earned every bit of that badge, every single one. She exhaled, her body relaxing as the dust settled around her boots. The cadets' murmurs turned into scattered applause. Even those who had doubted her now looked on with a quiet, grudging respect. Because sometimes courage isn't about silence, it's about standing firm while the world tells you you don't belong. And kindness, even in judgment, can change when truth is undeniable. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. The badge gleamed in her hands, catching the sunlight just as her resolve had caught the respect of those who once doubted her. If you felt inspired by Elena's story, leave a comment sharing a moment when you proved someone wrong. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories of courage and justice. You never know who might need to hear them today.